15 mind-blowing facts about Italy, the land of the most amazing women in Europe. 15. Italy, the boot-shaped country. Located in southern Europe, Italy, the boot-shaped country, is surrounded by both sea and mountains. In the north, the Alps offer a unique experience where you can go skiing in the morning and take a swim in the sea by afternoon. Italy also completely encloses two independent countries, Vatican City and San Marino. With an area of around 301,000 square kilometers, smaller than the state of California, Italy still boasts a remarkable 55 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the most in the world. It's the definition of small but mighty. Everywhere you go, you're stepping into history. From temperate climates in the north to the Mediterranean feel in the south, Italy has it all. You can ski in the Alps in the morning, then swim in the Amalfi Coast by afternoon. The sunshine is bright, but never harsh. It's the kind of weather made for dressing well and living slow. As of December 2024, Italy's population was about 60 million, with over 90% being ethnic Italians. But within that, there's a rich mix of regional identities. Sicilians are nothing like Milanese, like pizza is nothing like a hamburger. One standout group is the Sardinians, known worldwide for their longevity. Sardinia is one of the places with the highest number of people living past 100. Here, the main language is Italian. It sounds like poetry and flows like music. But each region has its own dialect. Travel just a few dozen kilometers, and people might sound like they're speaking a totally different language. 14. Italy has a bank that stores Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. In Italy, people don't just deposit money into banks. They also deposit Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. It sounds like a joke, but it's 100% real and deliciously serious. There's a bank that actually stores these cheese masterpieces as if they were solid gold. In the Emilia-Romagna region, the birthplace of Parmigiano Reggiano, the cheese often called the king of all cheeses. Local farmers can bring their 40-kilogram wheels of cheese to the cheese bank as a form of collateral. Each wheel is worth thousands of euros and increases in value over time, much like fine wine or Apple stock. Every cheese wheel has a unique serial number and must pass strict quality inspections. But don't mistake this for just a cold storage room. This bank is climate-controlled, with regulated humidity, and even comes with insurance against theft and natural disasters, just like a real treasure vault. One walk through the cheese shelves and you might feel like you've entered Italy's version of Fort Knox, only it smells like rich, aged cheese and makes you slightly hungry. This isn't just a bank. It's a symbol of how Italians honor tradition, turn food into assets, and transform their love of cuisine into a full-fledged economic system. In the US, we invest in tech. In Italy, they invest in cheese. 13. Italian women. Some of the most striking women in Europe. If you've ever seen an Italian woman walking through a square in Florence, chances are you've never forgotten it. A simple dress, oversized sunglasses, red lipstick, high heels, a leather bag, and that confident gaze that says, "I know I'm beautiful." Italian women don't follow trends. They create them. It's like Fashion Week runs 365 days a year. They often have glowing, sun-kissed skin, thick hair, expressive eyes, and that effortlessly charming smile. Italian women carry themselves with the grace of someone who knows their worth. They take care of themselves and look stunning anywhere, anytime. To Americans, it might seem like they just stepped off a Milan runway, but really they're just out shopping for tomatoes at the morning market. Even at the dinner table, they look amazing. For them, beauty is a part of everyday life, not to show off, but to live fully. Italian women speak loudly, laugh freely, live honestly, and never hold back their emotions. They can passionately debate with their husband one minute and flash a big smile at their child the next. They love like there's no tomorrow, and argue like they're defending a PhD thesis. It's rare to find women so powerful, yet so alluring. They're smart, emotionally intuitive, and deeply loyal in love. They make men feel strong, needed, and protective, without ever losing themselves. They inspire, not shadow. Modern Italian women are becoming more open to dating, befriending, and marrying foreigners. They appreciate freshness, elegance, and genuine respect from men of other cultures, as long as the man is confident, stylish, and sincere. In fact, many tourists and expats in Italy end up marrying Italian women after getting to know them. And hey, if you want us to drop a few tips on how to win the heart of an Italian woman, just leave a comment with the number 8. We'll give you the inside scoop. 12th. Italy has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the world. Did you know? Italy holds the record for the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites on the planet. But what makes it truly special is this. In Italy, heritage isn't locked behind glass. It's something you walk on, sit on, and pass through every single day. Just strolling through Rome means walking through thousands of years of history. Right in the heart of Rome's historic center stands the Colosseum, the legendary Roman amphitheater where over 50,000 spectators once roared in excitement more than 2,000 years ago. Though centuries have passed, the towering stone walls still remain, telling the story of an empire that once ruled Europe. The most awe-inspiring part? You can actually sit on the cold stone steps and imagine those ancient battles. It feels like touching time itself. Leave Rome and head to Pisa to see one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's part of the Piazza del Duomo complex, which also includes a stunning cathedral and baptistery. The tilt, once thought of as a construction flaw, became its charm, attracting visitors from around the world. And there's even an unofficial tourist ritual, the classic photo of holding up the Leaning Tower with one hand. Then there's Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. It feels like a living museum, where every step might lead you to a masterpiece by Michelangelo, Botticelli, or Brunelleschi. From the striking red dome of the Florence Cathedral to the bridges over the dreamy Arno River, Florence is a haven for lovers of classic beauty and quiet elegance. In northwestern Italy, you'll find Cinque Terre, 5 colorful little villages clinging to cliffs that overlook the jewel-blue sea. No malls, no cars, just narrow streets, local fishermen, and watercolor-worthy rooftops. Each village sings its own peaceful love song to the Ligurian breeze. And don't miss the Amalfi Coast, the southern coastline that looks like a summer dream come true. Towns like Positano, Ravello, and Amalfi nestle into the cliffs, with pastel houses stacked like a chorus of color. Just one afternoon with a glass of white wine, watching the sun dip into the Mediterranean, and you'll understand why so many hearts are lost to this place. Visiting or living in Italy, you might arrive with just a suitcase, but when you leave, you'll be carrying a treasure, full of memories, feelings, and maybe even a dream of living more beautifully. 11th. The city of Venice. Venice isn't just a city, it's a dream floating on water. Made up of 118 islands, over 150 canals, and around 400 bridges, Venice is the kind of place where even Google Maps gets confused. Here, there are no cars. Instead, people travel by gondola, by vaporetto, the water bus, or simply wander on foot through winding, centuries-old stone paths that feel like a labyrinth from another time. What makes it so special? Absolute silence. No honking, no traffic, no fumes. Just the gentle splash of oars in the water and the soft sounds drifting from open squares scattered across the islands. Walking in Venice feels like drifting through a watercolor painting. Pastel buildings reflected in the canals, flower-covered balconies, and a salty sea breeze weaving through every narrow alley. Each year, Millions of visitors come to Venice. And yet, even if you've seen 1,000 pictures online, nothing compares to stepping into it for the first time. Venice isn't just to be seen. It's meant to be felt. Through your feet, on the slick stone, the mist rising from the canals against your skin, and your heart fluttering to the sound of a violin in the square at sunset. Venice isn't a place to rush through. It's not a place for shallow moments. It's a place to surrender yourself to, just like the water that's carried this city through the centuries. 10. Italian coffee is famous around the world. Most of us have probably heard of Italian coffee, that tiny cup with a global reputation. And if you're a coffee lover, get ready. Italy will surprise you, charm you, and sometimes leave you a little confused. First off, don't expect to find a Starbucks on every charming old piazza. Instead, you'll find bars. Not bars with alcohol, though they have that too. But local cafes where Italians drink coffee like it's a morning ritual. And forget those giant American-sized coffees. Here, an espresso fits in the palm of your hand, but it packs a bold, rich flavor strong enough to wake up even the rainiest day. One of the most beautiful traditions in Italian coffee culture is the caffè sospeso, the suspended coffee. It's when you pay for 2 coffees, but only drink 1. The second cup stays on hold for someone less fortunate or anyone having a rough day. A small gesture, but as warm as that steaming shot of espresso. And strangely enough, no matter where you get it, a train station, a gas station, even a hospital, espresso still tastes amazing. Some places even have vending machines that brew fresh espresso. And surprisingly, it's still good. There are machines offering 10 types of espresso. Just press a button. Fast, convenient, and totally Italian. There's even a national competition in Italy for aspiring coffee masters. The winner represents the country at the World Barista Championship, a global coffee showdown. So if you're visiting Italy, don't miss the chance to enjoy an espresso and soak in the culture and character that come with every cup. 9. The quirky and wonderful everyday life of Italians. Italians don't spend 30 minutes eating breakfast like in many other countries. They walk into a bar. Yes, in Italy, a bar is where you get coffee. Stand at the counter, drink a hot espresso in under 2 minutes, eat a sweet pastry like a cornetto, and disappear like a ninja. Super quick, super simple, super Italian. But in contrast to that speedy breakfast, by afternoon or evening, Italians can sit for 2 hours sipping a single cappuccino. Try ordering a cappuccino after 11 a.m., and you might get a gentle smile, because in Italy, milk-based coffee is for mornings. Adults usually stick to espresso in the afternoon, believing milk after a meal feels too heavy. It's a cultural habit passed down through generations. Another thing, Italians eat dinner late, usually after 8 p.m., and in cities like Rome or Naples, sometimes not until 9. Dinner is a relaxed affair filled with laughter, light wine, warm lights, and conversations that never rush. And when it's time to leave, don't expect a quick goodbye like in the US. After dinner, the Italian farewell includes a hug, then a handshake, then a few more stories. Sometimes you'll be halfway out the door and come back in for one last laugh. For Italians, saying goodbye is part of the love, and they never rush through that. In Italy, everything has style. They live slowly, deeply, and with flair. That's why people say, come to Italy not just to see the sights, but to watch how they live. And before you know it, you'll want to live that way too. 8. Italian life. Slow, beautiful, and full of soul life. In Italy isn't a race, it's jazz. Unscripted, smooth, and full of style. Italians don't live in a rush. They live slowly, beautifully, and most importantly, they live with soul. Living slow doesn't mean being lazy. It means being intentional. Italians choose to enjoy lunch like it's a celebration. They choose to stroll cobblestone streets instead of speeding through